Hello and welcome back to Bannerlord Modded. As you can see, we, I believe, have leveled up to Clan Tier 6, because we finally have 220 instead of 195. I think that has happened. I'm going to take a look at the clan screen in just a second, but I just wanted to show you my current army composition, because we are still having a potential for a siege defense. And I'm pretty happy about that. As you can see, there's still some people right outside there, and yes, indeed, we have reached Clan Tier 6. Amazing that we were able to even reach that, and I'm very happy with that. Anyway, we are going to be waiting here for some time. Bear in mind that my ballistas are destroying many of the enemy's ballistas, and in the process, we're having some issues because the collateral damage from the bombardment is quite significant for both sides. I'm actually not entirely sure why that is happening, to be honest. It might be a setting somewhere or another, but I can only hope. There we go. They're actually beginning to leave now, which is not exactly what I wanted, to be honest. I would have much preferred to go forward with a siege defense. I think that they are super fun, or at least, you know. If we could actually get into them at any point, then yes, they would be super fun. But as it is right now, yeah, we really don't have the ability to do so, unfortunately. So, anyway, we are going to be using the Lance of Destiny a little bit more in this upcoming field battle. And actually, you know what? I'm just going to wait. There we go. Just going to wait for that guy with 106 to head in there, because we want to make sure that we, well, sustain the least amount of casualties possible. That is obviously the main goal here. And while I've been waiting here at the siege itself, I have seen a number of vassals be killed, actually killed, by being in a battle with manhunters or bandits or some random party or another. And it's really quite shocking that they would die from this stuff. But I guess that is not surprising, because as we know, they are quite bold and a little bit stupid sometimes, so generally the vassals do tend to run in and die quite often, but it is very much dependent on, well, quite a few different factors, and I'm just surprised that they are ending up dying from such minuscule parties, to be honest. Is my horse actually lame or something? Because it feels like it's really slow. Is it just me? I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, well, whatever the case, I'm going to try and do some nice little couch lances here, because I do have a much longer lance than I did before. Well, it's not much longer, but it is a slight upgrade in terms of the length, so I'm pretty happy with that. And we're just going to tell everyone, as I've already done, of course, just going to tell everyone to auto-delegate as best as they can, because they're usually going to make the best possible decisions, along with the AI, and hopefully that's going to help us out. I'm just going to charge in there, do a little bit of charge damage, and then we'll continue picking off as many ranged units as possible. That's usually the way that I'm going to play these larger battles, because most of the time the AI is not really going to do a very good job of harassing and indeed, you know, utilizing hit and run attacks against the enemy's ranged units. So, well, that job falls to me then, doesn't it? So I should probably try and do that as much as I can. Hello there. Oh, that was a lancer and a half, wasn't it? Okay, yeah, we might have some issues here. I might get myself taken down, but no, thankfully I am not. And that is great. I like it. Okay, come on now. I'm still couch lancing, but apparently that does not make any difference whatsoever. Yeah, now, here's the thing. Someone mentioned what difficulty I'm playing. If you go back to the first episode, you can see exactly what difficulty settings I'm playing on, and generally it's all maxed out. I think I might have actually changed the player damage taken to medium, because, well, as it stands right now, I'm literally running in and dying from some random stuff, and generally that's not very fun to watch. It's not very fun to play, so that's generally the reason why I tend to do that sometimes. Nowadays, it's actually kind of funny. I start off the series with taking full damage, and then when I have really good armor, then I literally reduce it, because I'm dying so often, and it's just like I'm on the floor. You know, I'm on the floor, and that is that's kind of boring, right? That's kind of boring for everyone involved. So, you know, that's generally the reason why that happens. But yeah, otherwise everything is as it should be, I suppose, if you care about those kinds of things. I personally don't that much, so yeah. But anyway, yeah, this is basically a done deal. I think I could probably just go zoom, and then we should be fine. But let me just take out a couple more units while I can, because these guys are kind of annoying to deal with. And get him. Yeah, there we go. Alright, let's go for some zoom, and that will be that for this battle. Unfortunate that we weren't able to get a siege defense. I was really crossing my fingers for that. I was super hopeful that we would be able to get it, but unfortunately that is not going to happen this time around. These guys were just completely outmatched by pretty much anything we had here, because as you could no doubt tell from the combat strength, we just overwhelmed them in every single aspect. Just going to let these guys go to some of the allied vassals. They may need some additional cash here and there, and I'm going to see if I can maybe chase down a couple of these other vassals as well, because we do want to try and eliminate them. There we go. Just capture her and just let her go straight away. But we don't want her to limp away with a smallish army. We want her to have the potential to get eliminated by a bandit or something like that. So we'll just leave her the way she is. Anyway, 52 war exhaustion we currently have. I'm going to go over to Swenrin Castle, because I'm thinking we might be able to take that with our 255 and counting strong army. We might be able to do it. I would like to. Are these guys? Oh, these guys are actually going to do that. Okay, that's pretty crazy. I was not expecting that one bit. All right. Well, there's only 284 in the garrison here, but I'm pretty happy with this, because I would love to be able to focus on Maranath if at all possible. And if these guys head in here, I will endeavor to help them. It seems like they have headed in straight away. Okay, that's great. Let's go and do that then. So, off we go to Bongtown. Not bash your face, thanks. Thank you very much. Yeah, there we go. And let's head in. There we go. Yeah. Okay, this is insane. The amount of units that we actually have joining this siege is crazy. But we are going to need this army to be able to take Maranath. That has an absolutely enormous garrison. It has like 600, 700 units. Obviously, it's not as big as it could be, but it is definitely formidable, and definitely something that we want to be the most prepared for that we possibly can be. So that's why I'm helping these guys out here and seeing what we can do. I'm going to get out my crossbow, maybe shoot a couple. Oh, he moved. Did you see that? Ah, that was harsh. Oh, he wasn't moving then, and I completely missed. That was fantastic. There we go. Finally took him down. Sometimes the AI is very funny with their movements. Very realistic. Not at all. Yes. Not at all. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm literally just going to get these ladders up, because apparently... Wait a minute. Apparently... Oh, we have a battering ram? Are you serious? They actually spent the time to make a battering ram? That's really not very helpful. That is probably the worst thing that the AI can do at this point, especially with such an overwhelming amount of units. It is pretty much just making it so that we spend even more time in the preliminary phase of the siege, and we're not even getting into the battlements. So that's the reason why I'm using the ladder here to get back up in here, because the AI is going to then see, oh, look at this, I have a way in. Okay, I'm going to send a couple of people, and that's exactly what has happened. So I'm pretty happy with that. Anyway, any units around here? No. Seems like there's just a couple up here, maybe. Nope, that guy absolutely slaughtered them all. Fantastic. Ow. Okay, that hurt. Probably should not have done that. Oh well, never mind. I'm gonna just shoot this guy. Anyone else up there? No, I don't see anyone. Alright. Ah, hello. Okay, this is where the majority of units are. Okay, we're gonna have some huge problems reaching this. As you can see, they are now swarming the enemies. Actually, swarming the allies that are going down the stairs. Ooh, that's going to be problematic. Okay, well, I'm thinking, should I... I don't really want to do that, you see. If I go down there, it is just going to result in me getting absolutely swarmed by a huge amount of units. Thankfully, these guys are actually hitting me in the chest and everything. Look at this guy. Militia Archer doing 1 damage? I mean, really, that guy does no damage whatsoever. He needs to hit me in the head if he actually wants to do something. Okay, we're getting some more people coming around. Oh, there's an archer behind me. Hello. Oh, hello there. Okay, let's go to Bongtown. Let's do it. Oh, we gotta be careful here. We gotta be careful. I do not want to get pushed off into the swarm of units down below. That would be maybe a death sentence. I'm not entirely sure about that. The one thing about having an extremely short weapon is that it's very difficult to handle. I know, it sounds weird, right? Sounds weird, but it feels to me like it's really difficult to use in a sort of directional combat way. So, in other words, as you can see, the amount of direction that I need to use with my mouse is much, much greater than that of a larger weapon. So if I had a two-handed polearm or a two-handed sword, or even just a lengthier one-handed sword, that would be a lot easier for me to go, oh, look at that, I'm going to attack from the right, I'm going to attack from the left, I'm going to attack from up. As you can see, it took me, what, two extra times? Yeah, 2 extra times to try and get an overhead with this mace. That's the difficulty with these smaller weapons. It's actually kind of strange how that works, because you wouldn't think that to be the case at all, because you'd think, oh, it's much, much easier to wield, because it's obviously lighter, smaller weapon, it's shorter, so obviously, you know, it's really good in close quarter situations and things like that, but generally, from a gameplay standpoint, it's more difficult to use. It's strange. I don't know, maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me, but generally when I'm trying to do overheads with that thing, it doesn't usually come out the way that I want it to, which is kind of weird. But anyway, there we go. We actually took Swenrin, which is fantastic. And now, oh, we're declaring war on Britannia. I don't agree on this, but okay. I really don't agree on this at all. I think that this is an absolutely awful idea, but if they want to do it, then who am I to stop them, I suppose? Let's see who this is going to go to. Okay, well, everyone likes us apart from this guy, so I'm going to spend a little bit of influence to get his relation up. And there we are. All right, not too bad, not too bad. Okay, so let's now have a look-see at what's going on here. Okay, so I would love if Kuzman's army... Yes. Oh, he's actually doing exactly as I want him to. That is a rarity. Oh, yeah. That is a huge rarity. Never in my life have I ever seen the AI do something that is that logical. Usually they are going to do things that are completely, I don't even know, off their rocker, basically. Crazy, in other words. And, yeah, that's kind of weird, you know? That's really, really weird. Okay, I'm thinking we're going to go in here to try and save this this army of ours. So, Lance of Destiny, you're up. Thank you. Okay, let's see what I can do here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, this is obviously the leader of our faction, so I need to get in there and try and help him out as much as I can, because he has the ability to field one of those really large armies, and I really want him to be able to do that. Obviously, it's not possible at the moment because he's down, isn't he? He's very much down and out almost. So it's going to take him a bit of time to get his army back up to scratch, but if he's, you know, if there's one person that's capable of getting a really, really large army together, it's certainly going to be him. All right. Considering we have an overwhelming combat strength advantage, I'm basically just going to go for a nice little auto-delegate right here, because then we're just going to be able to focus on our own actions, and I will try to focus on the enemy's cavalry as much as I can. Unfortunately, this is going to be a bit difficult. If these guys continue to interrupt my couch lancing... Oh, that was actually one of the vassals. Wow, that's crazy. But yeah, if they continue to interrupt my couch lancing, it's going to be very difficult. Hopefully my shield is going to protect me enough so that that does not happen that often. I've got to be super careful about the pole arms as well, as you can see. Pole arms always have that... yeah, as you can see there. They hit me really, really nicely in the arm and the head right there and did massive damage. They're not militia archers, that's for sure. I think I might die. That would be quite rare. I have not died in quite some time. But yeah, we're really low now. So I should be a little cautious. And I think what I'm going to do is I will stop couch lancing and we'll just do regular attacks, because I think that the couch lancing is opening me up for a lot more attacks from the opponent. It makes me much more vulnerable in comparison to using regular thrusts, because I can use my shield in between attacks instead of just, you know, running around straight up. But it is... I feel like it's more effective. I feel like the regular thrusting is more effective than couch lancing. At least once you've gotten a bit of practice and once you have good polearm skill, yeah, then this is definitely going to provide you with much more DPS, in my opinion, and that is of course damage per second if you're not aware of the terminology. But generally, that is going to give you a lot more damage, and a lot more often as well. Oh, that was a nice hit right there. I really didn't think I was going to get that Bardige guard, but yeah, we got him. We got him. Okay, I've got to be careful. Got to be careful. Do not want to get shot. Ooh, now that was risky. That was actually super risky right there. For me to slow down my speed and try to turn, try to do some kind of maneuver right there, that put me at a much bigger risk than I would have liked, but I really wanted to try and continue distracting those archers as much as possible, because I saw that our forces were moving in on them, and I thought, oh, this is probably going to be the best opportunity we're going to have to try and eliminate as many of the enemy's forces as possible. We do not want them to escape, even in routed enemies or anything like that. We really just want to try and diminish their combat strength as much as possible. And it doesn't matter whether I get 2 extra kills or whatever, that is all going to contribute to the overall war effort against the Vaegirs. And bear in mind, what is their war exhaustion at right now? I'm not entirely sure, but we're going to take a look just after this. Gonna take all the loot, thank you very much. Loot from battles now, from vassals, is like gold, basically. It is really, really profitable to take all of that loot. Anyway, there you go. We actually saved that guy. Hopefully he's not... Oh, there we go. He actually just got an additional vassal to join him, so his army is okay. I think he's kind of strong-ish. So hopefully he won't just end up dying from some random, you know, soft breeze or something that blows his way. You know, you go out of your way to save a guy and then he just runs into the road and gets hit by a truck, because that's generally what's going to happen to that fellow if he continues to fight. Oh well, never mind. Okay, so we're just going to go into the tavern, sell the prisoners, because I want more space, of course, and then we're going to continue onward. Okay, so what's going on here with all these pop-ups? I can just get rid of all this stuff. Nothing really to worry about there, and as you can see, there is a siege starting. I'm going to try and see whether I can get this guy to surrender. And they always make a mistake. These vassals always make a mistake going into this particular little area here with this village, because they're going here to try and recruit units. But that is inevitably going to result in heartbreak for them, because I'm right here and they have no escape route whatsoever. That's amazing, in my opinion. That's a super, super nice little trap that you can utilize. Alright, gotta be careful here. Gotta be careful. I kind of want to interrupt this fellow from creating an army, so that's exactly what I'm gonna do. There we go. It could have been pretty strong. Could have been about 400, maybe 500 strong. So I wanted to try and interrupt him as best I could. And you can see here that there's actually a Botanian army. This is exactly the reason why I did not want to declare war against the Botanians at the same time as the Vagiers, because what use is that? That makes no sense. And as I was saying, oh, the AI is actually using logic for once. Ah, I said that, and now I'm eating my words. You see? I'm eating my words right there, because now, with that declaration of war, I don't think the declaration was bad, by the way. I don't think it was bad, I just think the timing was bad. I feel like we definitely would have been able to make much more of an impact if they had just waited a little longer. Just a little bit. Not even a great amount. Just, you know, maybe just until we've taken Maranath, of course. That's the only thing that I think would have been good to change. But we're going to do a little bit of auto-resolving here because, well, why wouldn't I? You know, we're basically just reducing their combat strength even further. The war exhaustion is not even being that drastically affected, which is quite strange. I would have expected it to be affected much more. Oh, look at this. Another one. Another one making this, this wonderful mistake. And all of these guys want to fight me? Why? Why would you want to fight someone like this? Why wouldn't you just surrender? Oh well, never mind, never mind. Okay, I almost have 250 leadership, if you can believe that. That's pretty crazy. Alright, so let's go back over to Sionan right here. Oh yes, this guy's actually getting an army together. I'm not going to allow that, so I'm going to head over there and see what I can do. I might be able to catch up to him. Ah, they've... They're now starting to enlist a mercenary company. That's the reason why this guy was getting his army together. That's gonna maybe throw a little bit of a spanner in the works. As you can see, this guy right here, he's not that strong though. I could basically attack him right now and probably win, but I think he has more speed than me because he has inevitably quite a few cavalry units. They generally do. That particular mercenary faction usually has almost solely unique, you know, cavalry for their armies, so that generally makes a huge difference to their overall world map speed. But let's just take a quick look at the map here. So they're currently besieging this castle. I mean, obviously they're going to take this. They have a very large army. Where's our army? Okay, so there's this guy's army. He has about 300. And what is he? He's defending Swenrin Castle from what? There doesn't seem to be anything there. Well, that's kind of weird. Okay, and where's the other army? We don't have one, I assume. No, we do. He's traveling to Asta Castle. Where is that? Over here? Oh. Okay. Why would you... Why? Why are you over here, sir? Why are you not over here to defend this army? I mean, defend this castle, even. Not defend that army. Oh well, never mind. Okay, so I guess we are now at war against Botania and the Vagiers, but the war exhaustion is going to start kicking in for the Vagiers relatively soon. I would have loved to have been able to eliminate Maranath, or at least take it, but there's like 600 units there, and it's highly unlikely I'm going to be able to do anything with that, unless I go back, get more units, put them in my party here, and then create a new party with one of my companions, which I probably will end up doing, and we'll see how it goes in the next episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.